Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I've got Skip Dillon here, and I'm just directing traffic all over the place. How you doing, Skip?
Great today, Bruce. And yourself?
You see, you can barely see Skip. We wore the camo today. You are getting ready for hunting season, aren't you?
Oh, I've been doing a little bit of it already, yeah.
We're going to talk about hunting season today, as well as a few of Skip's latest travels. And as this is always a good time catching up with Skip. Might even talk about officiating. I don't know.
Yeah.
You going to do any officiating this year? Did you get out?
This will be my last year.
Are you announcing it now, or have you at least told the athletic directors?
We got everything covered this year, but this is be my 37th season, and I will be hanging it up after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Skip Dillon is hanging it up. You know, you're going to go. Somebody's going to like bring you rocking chairs and stuff.
Yeah,
or more likely the
blind cane. Yeah, right.
So we're going to talk to Skip today about all kinds of different things. And you're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this gorgeous Thursday, October 27th. I hope you're having an outstanding day. Let's tell you a few things going on in and around the area today. Over in Salem, this is probably the last day for this. They may not even have it going today, but it's the Salem Farmers Market. The plan is for every Thursday from 2 to 5 at Bryan Memorial Park, Pavilion number 1. That's on the south end until the end of October, or as long as the produce and the weather is good. You're a farmer type of guy. You go out and see crops and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Would any produce still be good? What would you get at a farmer's market this day?
Well, you may have some that's got some protected, like tomatoes and things like
Somebody
that.
might have grown inside.
Or they may have a little outside area where they can protect them from the weather, but it's about to finish up all of it. I believe.
Suspect everything's about. Even pumpkins are probably pretty close to being.
Well, they are. They're finished with their growing season, pretty much. Yeah.
So they go over to the Salem Farmers Market. You may find something. You may not find something. Don't worry about it either way. Just live your life. What else is going on this afternoon and evening? You can go to the Salem Farmers Market, and then you can go to the Brian Bennett Library over there in Salem from 3:30 till 6:30. It's board games at the library. Going to be a buffet table full of options. Operation Clue. There's a Nancy Drew Hunt a Killer game and many more. Even simple puzzles as well for little hands, and lots of card games for those who like robots and building things. Could also be 2 solar robot kits. What was your favorite? Did you have a favorite board game? I gotta say 3 hours isn't enough.
The one you mentioned there that I always loved and still played it, as recently as about 6 months ago was Operation.
Operation?
Yeah.
No kidding? You just want to make sure your hand's still steady?
Oh, steady hands and make sure you don't kill him.
I got to tell you, with 5 kids in my family, I never got to play Operation because the batteries had died immediately, and all the older siblings would be playing. And knocking me out. But Operation was fun. But they're only given 3 hours here, 3:30 to 6:30. Last time I played board games was in college and a little after. Friends of mine would get together, and we'd play Risk, which would take quite some time.
Right.
But then we started playing some game called Axis and Allies, which was basically a World War II game. Mm-hmm. And we'd play overnight.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a 10, 12, 15-hour run.
Well, those are still. I mean, Monopoly even is a game that just takes forever too. And
I played it in college last time, and I made a vow after a 7-8 hour marathon of Monopoly, I'm never playing it again.
Yeah.
So you have fun over in Salem, folks. If you're this sounds like it's more for the kids, so that'll be a good time. What else going on over at Effingham at the Village Wine and Gifts? They're having a Fall Into You Boutique Bazaar. The Boho Chic Clinique is so excited to partner with the Thomas Shop to bring you folks a boho plus bracelets plus blazers. Say that 5 times fast. Boho plus bracelets plus blazers event at the Village Wine Shop this evening. It'll be from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's grab your girlfriends and go and enjoy an evening with them. Wrinkle relaxer injections and consultations will be provided by the boho nurses, and as well as a collection of clothing items and bracelets will also be available for purchase from the Thomas Shop. So they look forward to getting you up there, and I cannot imagine a relaxer injection. Is that
kind of an oxymoron there?
That's what I was going to say. I had a flu shot yesterday. I wasn't relaxed at all. What else going on today? Ladies and gentlemen, October 27th marks Raise Your Glass. This is American Beer Day. National American Beer Day raises a glass to the rich American beer-making history and those who savor its continued traditions. Pour your favorite pint with millions who enjoy the storied brews from across the nation. U.S. brewing dates back well into 1700s, 1600s, but what do you think is the current oldest producing brewery in the United States?
Oh my! Shoot, I wouldn't.
Pennsylvania. And they just announced they're getting it. They're not in Illinois, but they're in Indiana, and they just announced they're going to Missouri. So it's Yuengling.
Oh, Yuengling.
Yeah, Yuengling. Yeah, you're right. Yuengling started in 1829.
Wow.
So that's almost 200 years. The oldest continuous brewer. How'd they survive Prohibition? Well, very few did survive, but those that did tried to various legal as well as illegal tactics. In Yuengling states, they reduced their alcohol content within the legal limit. They also branched out and made ice cream. So there you go. The Yuenglings started a dairy. In 2009, the United States produced almost 200 million barrels of beer. So that's a fun way to salute American Beer Day. How many, make you do math now, Skip, how many servings of beer are there in a standard 16-gallon keg, 15.5-gallon keg? Golly, he's doing the math. Yeah. Did you used to be a math teacher?
No, but
you're a PE teacher.
Yeah, kind of like the numbers. So, so you said a 16-gallon,
16.5 gallon, well, 15.5.
Okay,
16-gallon keg. I'll give you within 10. How many 12-ounce servings?
Well, that's going to be. Let's be 30.
Doing the math, ladies and gentlemen.
135.
165. I gave you. You got close. 165.
Yeah, you started the timer. That did it. I had to come up with the answer quick.
Yeah, that's what always happens. So yeah, there you go. That's fun. What else is today, ladies and gentlemen? This is National Black Cat Day. Don't be superstitious on National Black Cat Day, October 27th. This celebrates the beauty of these sleek creatures. The day also seeks to raise awareness about the low adoption rates for black cats.
I actually have a black cat.
Do you have a black cat? Yeah. I have never had a black cat. I've had gray, and we kind of take care of. We have neighbor cats.
No, I see.
which we kind of take care of. What's your black cat's name?
Minx.
That's pretty good. So yeah, if you're this time of year, many black cats, you may see them in decorations all over the place. But black cats are typically taken less from the shelters than all the other cats. So you might want to think about now. Here's a great question I never really thought about, Skip. Why do cats get stuck in trees? They'll climb them, but then they won't come down. Why is that? Why do you think that is?
Well,
you're an outdoorsman.
Here's
Let's
the
hear
thing.
this.
I think they will get down. They just don't want to.
They have to back down. If they want to back down.
They do.
Because the one reason it might be that cats' claws curve downward, making it easy to climb up. Mm-hmm. However, when it comes to climbing down, they can't climb head first. Yeah. So they can only come down by going tail first.
Yeah. Most cats, though, have the instinct that they'll come down eventually. They'll get hungry.
Gravity's going to work. Gravity and hunger will step up and do their part. That is all right. What else is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, this continues a Red Ribbon Week, National Red Ribbon Week every year. The last week of October, the country comes together for National Red Ribbon Week. This week-long observance is considered the oldest and largest drug prevention program in the nation. The campaign focuses on the mission of keeping kids drug-free. And in 71, Richard Nixon adopted the official war on drugs. In 1984, Nancy Reagan began the Just Say No. And then the Red Ribbon campaign joined the fight against drugs the next year after the death of a DEA agent, Kiki Camarena. So it's been going on since 1985, and this is a nice way to keep kids away from the dangers of drugs. The nonprofit organization National Federation of Parents for a Drug-Free Youth formed in 1980, and they later changed their name to National Family Partnership, and they've been working to keep this going. So a nice way, folks, to keep thinking about that. What else is going on? What do you want to see on television tonight? We have for you volleyball. It'll be the championship game over at the South Central Regional 1A, Class 1A Regional Finals. South Central it'll be either South Central and Brownstown San Elmo, one of those two teams, versus the winner of North Clay and Patoka. Most likely looking at North Clay versus South Central. We're shooting this before they play. We're shooting this on Wednesday, so if it's somebody else, we'll still plan to be.
So what odds are you giving there?
I'm going to say 80%. Oh, you see, now that's bad. Somebody from Patoka and St. Elmo's going to get ticked, but I'm going to say it's going to be 75% North Clay versus South Central. I'll go 5% North Clay versus St. Elmo, and 20% South Central versus Patoka. How you like that?
Okay. Broke that down pretty well, yeah.
I got that. Now, the other one, Patoka versus St. Elmo, I'm giving 1%. 1%. There's got to be 4 outcomes. So, but what we're kind of expecting is the number of the seeds, the way the seeds work, it would be North Clay versus South Central. What else going on? NHL hockey, the Oilers are at the Blackhawks. That's on Channel 643 at 7:30. Blues are at the Predators. That's on Bally, Channel 630 at 7 o'clock. College football tonight, 3 games. Virginia Tech is at NC State. That's on ESPN Channel 601 at 6:30. Also at 6:30, the Ragin' Cajuns from Louisiana will be at Southern Miss. That's on the Deuce, Channel 638. And finally, on Fox Sports 1, it is the Utah Fighting Utes versus the Washington State Cougars, and that's 9 o'clock. I'll get home in time to see that.
Yeah,
it's cool. Gamble. I'll play that one. So yeah, that'll be on Fox Sports 1 at 9. Utah versus Washington State. This is Skip Dillon. I am Bruce Dickey. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We back talk all kinds of fun hunting stuff back after this. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I'm Dr. Eric Pikus. I'm a general practice physician here at CRHPC, and I work at the Clay Medical Center in Flora. One of the things that I love about working for CRHPC is the fact that it's a federally qualified healthcare center. And that means that we can take care of any patient, whatever the case may be. We don't have to worry about their financial situation. And I love the fact that we can take care of anybody that needs our help. So no matter what care somebody needs, we're going to give them the best possible care available without judgment.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. I got Skip talking about what we're going to talk about during the show, and we couldn't shut up. Skip Dillon is here, and we're going to tell hunting stories as well as refereeing stories. You're giving it up. Why are you giving it up, you think?
Well, my body's telling me to.
Is the body telling you to?
Last year after the season, a buddy of mine, actually...
You'd already given up football, right?
I never did football.
Never did football, okay.
But Rich Herron, who was a head basketball coach at SIU, Carbondale for a number of years. Well, he was at Benton for 28 years, where I was born and raised, and his son and I are good buddies. We're in the same class. And
Rich passed away, what, a couple of years ago?
Yeah, about a year and a half ago. And but his son Rodney is an orthopedic surgeon, very good one too.
Okay.
And
where's he out of? He's
in Springfield at the Orthopedic Center in Springfield, Illinois. Well, and so he takes care of. I mean, he's operated on me about 5 times.
Sure. Well, everybody has a little wear and tear.
Yeah. Well, most of mine are all self-inflicted. I still think I'm about 22 to 23 years old. And I try to act like that when I start doing things, and then ends up things break. Well, after last basketball season, and I mean, I did somewhere in the area of
what you probably did 80 games, 70 games.
Oh, about 100.
Oh my heavens,
100. And he went up there, and basically my whole left side, he just brought in a gallon of cortisone and started pumping in. I mean, knee, hip, shoulders, and so
you realize, I guess he told you they could only do that like once or twice, right?
Exactly.
Makes you feel really good.
Yeah. So I figured that I don't need to be going in there and having replacement parts if not necessary. So I've cut back my schedule this year, but this is the last year.
Who you be working with?
I've been working with Lucas Smith and Jason Wagner.
Yeah.
And so we're going to finish it up this year, or I am. They're going to still go. Well, I think Jason may give it up. Luke's still going to go.
And Jason's too young to give that up.
I hear you.
I remember his dad working for Crying recently. You know, the last 10 years.
Yeah. But that's not a normal crew. And then, like I said, it's just taking a beating on me, and because
You play. You're going to be officiating mainly around here too. You don't go very far, right?
Well,
How far
Highland,
will you go?
Illinois.
Oh, you go to Highland?
Marion.
Oh, that's a pretty good trip.
Yeah, yeah.
And I bring that up for two reasons. First of all, to say that there is a need for officials.
Oh, most definitely a need for officials. It's really a thankless job, but I enjoy doing it.
Well, you get out and have fun.
Yeah,
with the kids.
I enjoy doing it, but the part that's gotten bad is mainly the fans and the parents or what have you.
When you talk about, I mean, I go to you did 100 games. I probably broadcast 50 last year of basketball. And what percentage do you really have trouble with the fans? I mean, just a level of trouble with the fans that make you discouraged and want to quit.
Well, very, very small.
Yeah,
really.
very small.
In my 37 years, I think I've thrown out one player and one fan.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Any coaches?
None.
No kidding.
None. And the thing is, I think if you're consistent,
yeah,
they can live with that.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing about being consistent. Now, some of them interpret the rules a little different than what, and some people don't know the rules.
And that's true. Yeah, that's true. And as a coach or a player, it's kind of upon you in the early part of the game to figure out how a game's going to go.
Exactly. I just actually this morning I watched the rules video for this year.
Okay.
Because it just became available yesterday.
What's the point of emphasis?
Sportsmanship.
Okay.
Contact.
Okay.
Every year, and they really, we got away. The hands on, even if you're not necessarily changing that person's direction, they want that called.
No kidding.
Yeah. Don't want the hands on that ball handler like that out there or in the post.
Not in the post.
They don't want your hands on the post because then that gets the guy pushing back, and then you push a little more, and they push back. So they're trying to eliminate the rough play.
Oh, how long is that going to last?
Yeah.
I mean, officials, God bless you.
Yeah.
You do all have your own ways you call games.
Yeah. Yeah.
And somebody's going to, if somebody starts calling a hand out there, people will adjust.
Yeah.
Won't they?
You have to, or you're going to be sitting on the bench with 5 fouls.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm congratulations on 37 years,
yeah.
Before I give up the topic, I got to know why you kicked the player out. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. And actually, it was, and this is another situation where people don't realize I'm in control and have jurisdiction until I go off of that floor.
That's right. Until even after the buzzer, until you're gone.
Yeah.
It's the official's game.
And you can still be thrown out of a game after the game.
Oh, is that right? Because I hadn't really thought about that.
And that's exactly what happened in my situation.
And that's going to cost him the first half of the next game.
No,
too.
the whole game.
Oh, cost him. That's right. Oh, yeah,
it's the whole game.
Full game ejection.
But it was a game we were down at a tournament in Grayville, and these two teams were playing, and it was a 6-point game all the way.
I might have been there
the whole time.
I might have been there, Skip.
And the team that was behind, basically they were behind the whole game by 6 or 8 points. It never was much more than that at all.
Yeah.
And it was always close.
Yeah.
Well, then the team that was ahead at the end, the team that was behind started putting some pressure on and all this, and they threw the ball away and made some mistakes. And then there was a couple of fouls that they didn't like because then they were getting frustrated and going back
at the end of the game.
And the team that was behind all game ended up winning.
Yeah.
Well, the horn had blown, and I was at the farthest point from where we had to go off the floor. And the ball was right there. The team that won actually had the ball. The team playing defense that lost, they were obviously there. And the horn blew, and the kid with the ball tossed me the ball. And two of the team members of the losing team were on either side of me, about as close as you are on one side, and the other one was on the other. And he looked over at his other teammate and said, "That's okay, Jimmy. He screwed us," but he didn't use the "screwed us" word. And I gave him his
magic word.
I gave him his walking papers.
Yeah, use the magic word.
And it was a Friday night.
So he didn't get to play Saturday game.
And Saturday, and I went and told his coach, and we had the discussion of what took place, and he says, "Well, what if the IHSA's got to tell me?" I said, "Oh, no, they don't. You better not have him play." I said, "When I go home," I did it right then when I got home about 11:30 that night, but the IHSA contacted them by 8 o'clock the next morning.
Oh, did they really?
Oh, yes. So,
what was the fan he kicked out? Do you remember what the fan said?
He was
just belligerent.
Nothing profane, but
they can cross a line.
And the thing is, the biggest thing about the fans is they don't know the rules.
That's right.
Because one fan that we had, and didn't throw them out, but they really made themselves look bad because they were wanting a 3-second call.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were.
Was kid picking up his foot or something?
No. The ball was being their team was pressuring, doing 3/4 court pressure on when they threw it in bounds, the full length of the court.
Yeah.
Well, they had a kid standing in the middle of the lane down here. And as soon as he threw the ball in the backcourt, he started counting out loud, 1, 2, 3.
In the backcourt?
Yeah, because the 3-second count doesn't even start.
It doesn't feel counting backcourt.
He's in the lane on the other end. He wanted 3 seconds called because the ball was in. He doesn't know it doesn't even start till it gets across half court.
So he just started yapping.
So, yeah.
Well, that's great. Well, I'll say congratulations again if I don't get you back on to tell more refereeing stories, which I'm assuming that you'd have a few.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We will get... I promise you, we're going to get to hunting stories here in a little bit. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Skip Dillon is here. We're having some fun back after this.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, MidwestFarmCo.com.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
There.
That's great. Hi, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here with Skip Dillon. All right, Skip. We're going to talk hunting season coming up. Have you got your? Are you doing any deer hunting this year?
Yeah.
How many tags do you have, or is that illegal to talk about?
No, that's bow tags. I have 2 currently, and then gun tags. I have 2 shotgun and 1 muzzle loader.
Oh, really?
So yeah, those are.
So what do you enjoy better, the shotgun? Which is more challenging?
Oh, the bow.
Well, I mean, the bow. I figure the bow is.
Yeah.
But of the two firearms.
I guess most people would say the muzzle loader, because it's only 1 shot. In a shotgun, you normally got 3.
Yeah.
Well, you can't have any more than 3 in the state of Illinois.
How would you? Okay, so it's a single stage and three load, right?
Well, you have 1 in the chamber and then 2 in the mag. Is it what they call a magazine?
Well, I was thinking double barrel.
Oh, double. Yeah, no. This is either a pump gun or a semi-automatic.
Yeah.
And then they do have single shots, but most people have the pumps or the semi-automatics for the shotgun.
Do you? I know that in off seasons you'll go scout. Right?
Oh yeah, I have trail cams out most of the year, if not all year long. Yeah.
If you really put your mind to it, and say it's a chilly day in November, chilly day during hunting season in November, what if you really put your mind on it and had paid really close attention and had a spot that you wanted to get a deer quickly? How long would you think it'd take you to?
You talking in days or hours?
Hours.
Oh. 3 or 4 hours at the most.
Because you've scouted that well enough.
And the conditions too. Tell you. A little more where they're going to be, and then the time of the year, whether it's their breeding season and how they're acting and different things, and so like see, bow season started October the 1st,
right?
And so they're still in their what they call their summer pattern and going to food sources.
Even the faux the cold weather of last week or week before last didn't really take them out of their summer season.
No, not. I mean, the mature bucks have become pretty much. Most of them are nocturnal now, doing most of their movement in the evening, nights, after dark, and before daylight. And I mean, they're just smart; they know that. And there's been some big bucks that were taken, but if you'll notice, they're normally in the first couple of weeks of October.
Oh, really?
Because they're still in their summer routine, and nothing's really fired them up to go back to the. Not being nocturnal, with the youth gun season. See, that was a week.
That was a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
And so once you get a lot more. My
nephews each got a deer.
Well, that's great. And once you get more activity in the woods and stuff, they realize that also. And I haven't proven it yet, but I think they got calendars. They know when season's in, and
they've got the ID in our calendar on the wall somewhere.
They know when hunting season's in, and they know when it's out. I'm telling you.
That makes some sense. When is hunting season this year? I guess it's the weekend before Thanksgiving, or
correct?
Okay, yes.
I think
17th, 18th, 19th,
something
20th.
like that. Yeah,
17th in November, and then second shotgun's second week of December.
It's 2 weeks after the first one.
Oh, it's just 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's the first one goes Friday, Saturday, Sunday. and then
the next one goes Thursday through
and
Sunday.
then, right.
Okay.
And then the muzzle loaders the weekend after that. Strictly muzzle loader.
How much practice do you do on muzzle loading? I mean, because you have to. To me, since you only have the one shot, and if you want to be good at it, you may not you may not have a kill shot on the first one.
Right.
So you want to be able to load pretty quickly.
Yeah, and they've got the little plastic tubes that you can put your powder and your bullet and everything in, to where it just take off the top and drop that powder in, and then push your bullet in, and it's pretty quick.
How big's your slug on a muzzle loader?
It goes grains just like any other thing, and 50. It's like a 50 caliber size, and
I guess the reason I ask is I'm used to going to Civil War battlefields.
Oh yeah,
and seeing the slugs.
Very similar to that size, exactly.
Yeah, like I mean, you'd see some that were marble size, and that would scare the heck out of you coming at you that fast. So how fast can you reload a muzzle?
Oh, probably in about 30 to 45 seconds.
That's pretty
ready
good.
to go. Yeah.
That's pretty good. You'd have been okay back.
And you got to get your primer in too. You'd
have been okay back in the Civil War.
Well, I practice a lot. Let's say that.
I got to tell you, after shooting back, you'd want to practice.
Exactly.
The deer aren't shooting back at you right now, are they?
No, they're not.
I tell you what, let's do. He went elk hunting a few years ago, as well as bear hunting recently, and we're going to come back. We're going to talk about those hunts. I got Skip Dillon here. We're having fun talking about hunting season coming up on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back after this. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch. That's pretty good. I like that one. I haven't heard a story like that very recently. Got Skip Dillon here. We are talking about hunting. Okay. This is really fascinating to me. You have kind of a widely varied career when it comes to hunting, don't
Yeah,
you? A little
yeah.
bit. You like to go. Well, not. I don't know if you call them. You'd have to call them exotics, wouldn't you? I mean, there are no elk in Illinois.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
There are no bear in Illinois, or no bear hunting season. There might
Right.
be the occasional one coming across from Missouri or something like that. How'd you get into elk hunting, as opposed to like maybe trying to? I don't know what else you might even hunt.
Well, I'm just a hunter. I love being outdoors and the animals, and I love.
And you got refereed money.
Yeah, yeah. But I've got hooked on the whitetails to start with, and then you want to go to the next level, and that's your elk or your moose and things like that. And so obviously I couldn't do them until I retired because of the way obviously
the way the seasons are.
Well, seasons are they're not when we're not in school. So
it's May typically or something for is elk in
no elk's in September.
Elk's in September.
Yeah, September to October, and
bear is
bear. You have a spring and fall hunt.
Oh, okay.
So spring, this spring was in June, and is when I went, and they also have a fall season also.
Is elk hunting an activity that one can do on their own, or do they need to use outfitters?
Well, I've been elk hunting twice. The first one was on our own, and we went to public land out in the Bitterroot National Forest
up in Montana.
Up in Montana. That was the very first year I retired. That would have been 7.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And spent 2 weeks up on a mountain eating dehydrated food and chasing elk. So, and then we didn't know, this first time ever going, and went the very first opening day. Well, we got there a couple of days early to do some scouting, kind of get the lay of the land, and but it was hot. First weekend in September is when it opens for archery, and it was warm. We got into herds of elk, but they were all cows, and we only had a bull tag, but the bulls, it was too hot for them. They were doing nothing.
So
zero.
When you say they're doing nothing, it's not like you're going to come upon them. They hide well or something?
Well, you could walk up on them, but you wouldn't get very close before they'd be gone, so you probably wouldn't have seen them still because of all the foliage. It was still, at that time of the year, it really hadn't gotten too cold or anything. Like I said, we saw, actually we could have killed a cow that we had. Well, I didn't. Jordan Luttrell was the one who went with me, and he had cows within 30 yards of him.
Okay.
But we only had bull tags.
And that's with elks, you're not shotgun, right?
Right. No, this is this was bow.
Oh, it's bow hunting.
This was bow hunting.
Really?
And so,
my heavens, you got to have a powerful bow, I think, to bring down an elk.
Well, same one you use for whitetail.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Same arrows too.
Same arrows, same broadheads.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I'm surprised by that. I guess they make them powerful, don't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah. they definitely the bows that today are very powerful. Yes.
I got to tell you, I got the. Let's talk bears, because I've got the photos. We'll get back to the elks here in a minute. I've got the photos from the recent bear hunt. How you went recently? Just this last spring on a bear
spring.
hunt. Have you ever been bear hunting before?
No, I have not. I've always, that was just one of them that I thought I'd like to do. Here again, archery, doing it with a bow and arrow. There's 3 ways you can do bear hunts. There's spot and stalk, and that's where you basically go to the top of the mountains and you start glassing, and when you find them, then you chase them. Kind of hard to do with bow, because sneaking up on them like that, you're not. It's pretty tough to sneak up on them to get close enough to shot with a bow. So most bow hunters don't do that spot and stalk.
And this is basically, you're at the top of the mountain starting to stalk, right?
We're stalking. We're sitting there glassing the hillsides, looking in places for the bears. And no, we actually went out 10 o'clock in the morning. Most of the bear activity, they're normally mid-afternoon, all night long, sleep during the day, the rest of the night and in the morning, till mid-morning, and then
they're lazy.
So they don't move around too much.
For want of a better term.
Yeah, early morning, they're not. So this was, we were there glassing the hillsides and stuff. And
is this from the same trip, I guess?
Yes.
So you were up in even though it was.
This was June.
And so you still snow up there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And there was more snow than that picture actually too.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, tell me where this is. That's on that same trip, right?
That's that same trip. I could have shot. That's a mule deer.
A mule deer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you notice the bigger ears.
Is that what makes it a mule deer?
Well, and that's a doe. Yeah, that's a doe mule deer. There, you can also look at the rear end, and there's no white tail.
Yeah, that's what makes it, huh?
Yeah. So that's a mule deer there, doe that I got close enough to where I could have shot a elk and a mule deer with my bow. So,
but you had a bow. You had a bear tag.
But it was bear tag.
A bear tag. What was the significance of this?
Okay, and I'm glad you asked because
I can't see anything in there.
Well. Yeah, you can. When I tell you here, you'll see it.
Okay.
But like I said, there's 3 ways of hunting bears.
Yeah.
Spot and stalk.
Okay.
We talked about dogs. They'll take dogs and turn them loose and find them on get a bear scent, and then they run them up a tree, and then you shoot it out of the tree.
Oh, okay.
And so here again,
that sounds like coon hunting.
Not very good with a bow. I mean, you can't really get a good shot with a bow with a bear up in a tree, and because most of those are rifles. Here, this picture here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you'll notice, right in the middle of that, see that kind of stacked up wood?
Yeah.
Underneath there are fish guts, goat guts.
No kidding.
That is a bait spot. And so the bear would come in to that bait spot and then have to dig through there to get to the food.
You're like in a bear blind or something like that?
I'm actually in a tree there where I took that picture. I'm in a tree stand right there about 20. Well, that's only about 15 yards from the tree stand. So he comes in, starts milling around, eating at that, and then get a good shot on him.
But the disappointing thing has never happened. This is your pack, it looks like, right?
Yeah, that's actually we were going up the hill that day, the mountain to do spot and stalk.
Oh, really?
Because on the others, you hoof it in.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
How far was when you have to hoof it in? How far?
We would take a side by side on an old trail. Mm-hmm. It's just barely big enough for that, and get me within about 5/8 to 3/4 of a mile.
Oh, that's
the bad part is it's uphill.
Uphill, and your pack is not very light, I suppose.
Now here, that one picture you had up there with the horse, we were going up to spot and stalk because it was about a 6 mile going up the hill.
Oh my heavens!
And because it's all switchback, it's you got to go up and switch back, and it's very steep in a lot of places. And then so what you do, you get up to the top, you tie your horses up, and then you start running across the tops of the mountain. Not literally running, and going different space to give you different looks down different draws. And
how often do you see other people, or do you ever see other people up there?
Yeah,
you just
zero. Well, even when we went to the Bitterroot National Forest on that elk hunt, we saw one person in 2 weeks' time in that hunt.
We're going to show that elk cut here in just a second, folks. You're watching Big Talk. That's fascinating to me. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I've got Skip Dillon here, and we are talking hunting. We'll be right back on Big Talk after this word. Do stick around.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at carnabysquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV, talking with Skip Dillon, and we're catching up. It's been a while. Okay, you went elk hunting, and the elk hunt was a little bit more successful than the bear hunt.
Yeah, it was, and I tell you what, the elk hunt was a little more. No, it was a lot. Yeah, this was the second. Just 2 years ago, it was a lot more. Physically taxing. Yes, yeah, and I mean, I knew it was going to be physical. After refereeing season that year, I just went right in to start running long distance and doing training and stuff all the way until I went in last week of October.
Oh, really? So that's winter time is hitting up there, right?
And it was really hitting up there.
Yeah.
But it's very tough. I mean, they do have mechanisms, but I wasn't going to go out. I didn't think it would be that bad. The lack of oxygen.
Oh, really?
I mean, our camp was at 8,200 feet, and then all of our hunting was over 10,000. So the air is pretty thin up there.
I'm trying to find the picture of your camp here. There it is.
Well, that was actually the day I killed my elk.
Okay.
We left that morning, and what you leave the morning from camp at 4:30ish in the morning, and ride horses to the top of the mountain.
All right, we got you riding horses.
Yeah. That's when we're getting ready to take off, and then we're headed up to that peak that you see in the background.
Oh my gosh, that looks like a long way away.
Oh, it is, and like I said, you get up there, try to time it to where you get up there right at daylight.
Okay.
And then you start glassing and finding the elk.
And that's there.
But that was after 6 hours of sitting by that campfire.
Really?
We made a campfire because it was snowing so hard you couldn't see 100 yards.
So glassing wouldn't have made any difference.
Yeah, they had to be right in your lap. And so we sat there and told lies and
and how many was it? Just who were there? 4 of you up there?
Actually,
somebody has to take the picture.
Actually,
did you get a horse to take that picture?
No, there's 4 of us, but there's only one hunter. The other 3 are guides.
Why do you have to have 3 guides?
Well, we did. Well, I really didn't. But this
maybe the training too.
Let's see. The gentleman sitting on the far right is the owner of the outfit, and he's an outfitter.
Uh-huh.
And him and the guy standing up. No, is actually all 3 of those are guides. None of those are me. I took the picture.
Yeah.
And the one sitting down was my main guide. The one on the left was another guide. Well, the owner and the other guide that is standing up there, their clients both killed 2 days before.
Oh, okay.
On the very first day.
This was only have one tag, so they're done.
Right. And so they had killed 2 days before. So, they don't just sit around camp. They like everybody to be successful. So we all went up to the same spot, and then we're going to go different directions and to see if we could find a group of elk.
Okay.
So they were just helping us look, basically, is what they were doing.
Yeah.
And fortunately, then the one picture where it showed us glassing is when the snow finally let up to where you could see. Now, mind you, when we left, and I should have sent you the picture of the thermometer that was outside our tent, because it was at 11 below zero.
Oh.
And that was at 8,200 feet. This is at 10,000 plus.
The fire is at 10,000?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
So that is...
Well, no wonder you're having issues with air, for crying out loud.
And then the other part is that we had a 25 mile an hour sustained wind with 40 mile an hour gust. So it was a real pleasant day.
That is, I got to tell you, that sounds like a November playoff game in football where you're trying to punt backwards.
Yeah. So it was I mean, the whole thing though is they make very good equipment out there. I had good equipment. I never got cold.
Well, I mean, you can look at these guys.
Yeah.
They're all. The camera. Yeah, they're all. They are layered.
Yeah, and mainly that outside one is wool too.
Yeah.
Block the wind and stuff. But the reason we're sitting there is that it was blowing snowing so hard you could not see.
Wow.
More than 100 yards.
So you spotted one.
Yeah. Well, when it let it up, we spotted one and took off because they were on the other mountain.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
So with the mountain where you saw us glassing, we went down to the valley to go up the other mountain across there and stopped and checked on them again but we saw them taking off. Well, come to find out...
Straggler?
No, one of the other guys that was hunting with us, that's where they were, and they had actually got busted by that group, and they took off. We saw them taking ooff.
Oh, is that right?
So then we had to change course. We didn't know that that's where they were.
Yeah.
We found that out after we got back in camp that evening. But we started going down another path and spotted some up on the mountain.
So how close were you able to get?
Well, when we spotted them on the mountain, we had to go right back up to where we were and then go across the top of that mountain to get a shot on them. When we got over there...
This is bow shot?
No, this is rifle.
Okay, this will be rifle.
This was a rifle hunt. But we got over there, and they were on the other mountain. And we were we were glassing them across the valley, and got to 270 yards, 60 to 70 yards.
In 25 mile an hour wind?
Yeah, crosswind that was too. Yeah, but we didn't. It took us about 15 minutes to get a range on him because every time we'd use our rangefinder, it was snowing hard enough still. It was bouncing back off the snow and giving us like 25 yards, 27 yards.
I'm running out of time, Skip. I got to show the trophy.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him.
We made the shot, very fortunate, made a good shot, and then the work began because I tell you.
You had to haul him out?
Oh, yeah. Fortunately, I mean, right in that the harvest picture that you had there, the horses were a mile away at that point, and we did bring up an extra horse. They have great big leather saddlebags on them to where you quarter the elk up and put them in there. And
well, the horse picture looks like he's got some antlers on him already.
Yeah, that one does. That was one of the previous kills, and you can see the big leather bag on the one in front of that antler.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the quarters are hanging in there.
Wow. So that is, I tell you what, that is. You must have a ball doing it.
Oh, I love doing it. People say, "Oh, that's great." I was sleeping in tent at 11 below zero and 25 mile an hour winds, but I like that.
Well, we'll come back next time you hunt, because this is fascinating to me. I love hearing the stories.
That's great.
And congratulations again on the referee.
Well, thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Skip, that's Skip Dillon, folks. Thanks so much for watching Big Talk. We'll catch you next time. Have a great day. See you later.